Start the show. He's working on something.
Yes, good morning. Welcome back. I am your host every Saturday morning right here on 100.3 WRNB.
And Classics 107.9.
To my YouTube community, I'm so sorry about technical difficulties in the first half of the show, but we're back and we're live.
We're good?
We are. If you want to see us and listen at the same time, you can go to the My Philly Lawyer website, click on Court Radio, and you can be taken right into this studio this morning. And if you do, you can post your questions on the stream or use the old-fashioned way and listen on the radio or your computer, wherever you find your
device,
your enjoyable radio entertainment. We have in the studio Mr. Mark Kardos, attorney extraordinaire in Philadelphia, who focuses or does a fair amount of dental malpractice, an area that you will not find many attorneys have any experience. And let me say that, generally speaking, you want to find an attorney who's actually done the kind of case that you have before your case. You don't want to be patient zero. And so it's good to find somebody with experience. Mark has experience in the dental malpractice arena. A lot of people think that they have a dental malpractice claim. Their tooth was extracted and they had a lot of pain. They had a raging infection for a couple weeks. And they're just not happy with the results. They don't think it's what the dentist had promised them. Is that a dental malpractice claim that you'd take?
Specifically, what kind of case?
They weren't happy with the result. They thought that their smile would be better. That they thought that it would be easier to have that implant put in. They had an infection. It lasted several weeks. Maybe they had to be out of work for a week. But then they get back on the road to recovery and eventually come around. Is that a case?
The answer is no. That would not be a case. I would say, as a general rule, just not happy with appearance is not going to be a case. You don't like the color of the implants. You don't like the shape. I've heard people say, oh, these implants or crowns look like fangs. Generally, that's not going to be a case. It has to be.
Some people like fangs.
Yeah.
Especially in October.
Yeah,
time of year.
it works.
It is that time of year.
Let's take a caller. Line 1, Christina. Good morning, Christina. Welcome to Court Radio.
Good morning.
What do you want to know?
I have a question. I'm going to make this simple. I had 2 breast biopsies at Radnor Penn campus. I received a bill from the University of Pennsylvania saying that I had services in the operating room, which I did not. Can they do that? Can they bill me from the University of Pennsylvania in the city when I had my services at Radnor outside of the city?
Yeah. Okay. So that goes to what Mark was talking about earlier, where a practice has adjunct facilities in many locations, and they may do business under different names. The Jefferson Hospital may own Abington Hospital, but Abington's going under Abington, not Jefferson. But from a corporate standpoint, from a billing standpoint, they're one and the same entity. And so you're out in Abington having some surgical procedure, but you get a bill from Jefferson Hospital in Philadelphia. Perfectly legal, perfectly acceptable, and you still owe the bill no matter if you had the services and they were competently performed. And what is an operating room or isn't is subject to some interpretation. What do you think, Mark?
Right, because I was not in an operating room.
Yeah,
I was in a mammogram room,
Well,
regular mammogram room.
Yeah. So
Not
what
in,
constitutes?
in an operating room.
Well, I don't know what constitutes an operating room. And whether that is even a significant difference. Maybe there's certain billing that can only happen in an operating room that wouldn't happen outside of one. But what is an operating room?
Yeah, good question.
I feel an
A
operating
lot
room
of some of the
is
more minor services, like maybe podiatric surgeries, are kind of done in an outpatient type of facility. Not really a hospital, not really a doctor's office, but some of these surgical units that just kind of rent out to podiatrists or maybe some simpler orthopedics. In my opinion, they are surgical facilities, and that qualifies as surgery and all that entails. To make a case, though, Miss, about the billing, which seems to be what you're asking, in that situation, you would not even need an expert. You would not need a certificate of merit, because you're not really claiming that the facility at Radnor was negligent or committed malpractice. You're disputing the bill. So if you were to make a claim against them, you would not need an expert. You could just go right into court.
That would be like a breach of contract, not a malpractice claim. So you're saying I didn't have the services they billed me for. They're billing me improperly. Maybe it's having a negative impact on my credit rating. I'm not paying it. That's a whole different kettle of fish. But nonetheless, you may be right. But again, what constitutes an operating room can be confusing nowadays. It's not like I'm going under anesthesia and I'm being wheeled into a room with a big hot white light and there's a stainless steel table up there and there's surgeons all around me. You can be in an operating room that looks not like an operating room, but it's still an they're still performing surgical procedures in that room, and a breast biopsy may be deemed a surgical procedure because it's invasive. They're actually cutting your skin. They're going in, they're taking some tissue and removing it. That's a surgical procedure. Wherever they do that surgical procedure may be deemed an operating room. Christina, thanks for calling us, dear.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Have a
so
great
much.
Saturday. You too, she said, as Mr. Tactics cut her right off at the knees.
Yes, with the button.
Yeah. Well, Chris, I got to get Christina tickets to the live show, Christina. So if
folks
you
have asked, how do they get tickets?
I told you. I'm going to tell you again. Email me, dean@myphillylawyer.com. Shoot me an email. Give me your name, your address, your social security number, date of birth, and blood type, and we will get you. No.
Firstborn?
Just give me your name and how many tickets you want. We're going to have breakfast. We're having prize giveaways. We have live entertainment. You get to actually meet us. I'll be signing autographs. No, I'm just joking.
Selfies.
Yeah, selfies. We do selfies.
You sit in the car of the day, take a photo in the fancy car.
We have a good time. And that is on October 25th, 2 Saturdays from today. We're going to do a live show right here at 555 City Avenue. And more important than meeting me, you get to meet Manuel. You get to meet Eric, Tactics Jackson. Sarah, the producer extraordinaire. We can't use her last name ever. And then we have... Don't use my last...
Insider.
And we have... Now we have a new member of the firm. We have Digital Dion.
Digital Dion.
Yeah.
Build it.
And so, once in a while, he even gets the feed correct and gets us live and on time. But, not today. Yeah. I think we should have the cell thing. Clank, 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 clank. Yeah.
The what?
That's the cell noise.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Dion, he had to be put in a cell today for how crazy he was. 30 minutes. The poor people were on YouTube going, "Where's Dean? Where's Dean?" I'm here now, folks. I see you. You see me. And
that was it.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah,
there
I
it
heard
is.
it. Yeah.
I will answer your questions. We got Mark Kardos in the studio. Mark's an attorney. Been doing it for almost 50 years. Just a a few months shy of 50, and he's been doing some dental malpractice cases for My Philly Lawyer. We
It's something I
refer.
think about.
It's not something you think about until you need to.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the other thing that comes to mind was there was a time when women were complaining while they were in a dental chair under anesthesia, unconscious. The dentist was taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
Those types of
Yeah, those
cases.
are sex assault cases.
Yeah, that's a criminal.
Well, it's also civil. I mean, almost everything that is criminal can also be civil. Look at OJ. He went to trial for the criminal murder case and won, and then he was sued by the family and lost.
And lost the civil suit.
So these cases march on their own drummer.
That's because plaintiff lawyers are so much more competent than prosecutors.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Speaking
dun.
of drummers,
Dun, dun,
that was Mark's foray into. He was like listening to Steppenwolf when I was in diapers.
Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
At the Civic Center.
Okay, we got Arthur on line 4. Bring him on, Arthur. How are you? Welcome to Court Radio.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What happened to you, Arthur? Tell us.
I had implants done, about 2 months later, they fell out.
Dental implants, 60 days after he gets them in, bink, them chiclets took a ride out.
And I came back, they put them in. A year later, one of the dental implants fell out again.
So what happens when you have implants that fail? That's what this sounds like.
Yeah.
Is it common?
Not really common. It does happen, though. That would not likely constitute malpractice. It does happen. It's not a perfect science. It could fall out for various reasons. Generally, dentists are not considered at fault for making decisions that do not turn out right. In other words, if you have bad cavities, the decision might be you just fill the tooth. Is that going to work? Or is it going to be necessary to do a root canal? The filling won't work. Or is it going to be necessary to do an extraction because even a root canal won't work? So if the dentist makes a decision with the best experience and knowledge that he has and it turns out wrong, maybe the extraction wasn't the best way, maybe the tooth could have been saved, that's generally not malpractice. It's just a choice that the dentist made. That was his discretion. As it turns out, maybe an alternative would have been better. So in your situation,
But they fell out twice?
Fallen out after a few months and then again a year later, that most likely is not going to be a viable dental malpractice case. Just a bad outcome alone is not going to make it a case. And that, so far, it looks like a bad outcome, although it still can be corrected. Unfortunately, maybe you have to go through more treatment for the implants. Hopefully, you're not going to be charged again. If your insurance is paying for it, the dental insurance, generally will not pay for revisions. If they'll pay for the first time if it's covered, but if there's a failure and the implants have to be done over again, generally they will not pay for it. And as you are aware, sir, the implants can be expensive. A single implant generally is in the $3,000 to $4,000 range. An implant with a bridge can be $10,000 to $15,000. And what is becoming very common now are what are called 4-on-4s, which is basically implanting all 32 teeth with anchors. And if one of the arches, like the top arch, is done, that could be about $20,000. If both arches are done, that could be anywhere from $50,000 to close to $100,000. So it is expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the bottom line, Arthur, is that the fact that your implants fell out does not make a medical or dental malpractice claim. What you have to do is go back and insist that the dentist make it right, because they shouldn't fall out. But that doesn't necessarily rise to the level of a malpractice claim. Sometimes they'll have to take the implant out, repack your mouth with new bone, and let that sit for 6 months or so while it acclimates to your body and fuses and becomes one with you. Then pop another implant into that new bone, and you may be good to go. That's like a year's, 9 months to a year's worth of aggravation.
I know somebody who went through that.
But
It's
that
been 2 years
isn't
already.
necessarily dental malpractice. Arthur, thanks for calling Court Radio. Have a great Saturday. Can we talk to Mr. Evans on line 3, Tactics? Good morning, Mr. Evans, and welcome to Court Radio.
Good morning. How you doing?
Now that I'm talking to you, my day is complete.
Okay. I want to know, how can you go about suing the Philadelphia post office on Levitt Avenue?
Levick Avenue. That's.
Yes.
I think it's called. Did they change that? It's Levick Street.
Levitt Street.
Yeah, and I only know that because that was my stomping grounds in the Oxford Circle.
Right.
Yeah, and I know that post office. And yeah. So explain to me, why would you be suing them? What did they do wrong?
Everything. I have a mail slot. You slap the mail through my door. It comes through.
Yep.
In my house on the floor. They comes through this, dropping on the step, on their phones, talking and leaving my mail unprotected. I've been calling for the last 3 or 4 years about it, complaining. Kept doing it, never stopped doing it. So now my new credit cards come in the mail. So someone got a hold of my information out there and went through 11 of my credit cards. They took 11 credit cards from me. I had good credit, and it messed me up with that because the post office wasn't slotting my mail in my mail slot through my house. I work late. I get on sometime. In the wintertime, it's dark. I'm out in the dark picking up my mail, and sometimes it's wet from the rain and the snow, and it's a mess. I'm protected. Somebody got a hold of my ID from the credit cards.
And let me ask you a question. What damages, just out of curiosity, now you've got me a little curious, what damages did you sustain? Can you ascertain what the cost, the financial cost to you is for this negligent mail delivery?
Well, it's the damage between my credit cards, 11 credit cards. We talk about a good probably $7,000 or $9,000.
What, the credit card companies let somebody else charge things on your cards, and then
no, the hackers got it.
Yeah,
and they was doing me and got my information.
Yep.
Went through my credit cards, and they don't know it's me or not. So I'm getting a phone call one night. I get it from work, and they telling me somebody went through my credit cards.
Yeah.
And they ran it all down. I said, what? And I was like, mess me up, man. My good credit. Good credit. I never late my credit cards. Pay on time, before time. Never late.
So what?
I got records and
Okay.
everything.
So I know this only because it just happened to me, right? I lost my wallet, and there was a thief behind me. It just so happens, my luck, there's a thief behind me. He gets my wallet, and he starts within 45 minutes charging my cards. And so I had to call all my credit card and cancel all my cards. I had to report it to the police, and but it didn't impact my my credit rating because every credit card company nowadays, if you report your card has been taken, so they will not charge you for those charges. So I'm not sure. We got to run to a break, but I'm not sure exactly how you had to foot the bill for these folks. But to answer your question, you can sue the post office in federal court, okay?
Yes.
But there's a Federal Tort Claims Act, and you have to fit within the parameters of that act. You cannot just sue the federal government for any reason at all, but for very specific reasons under the Federal Tort Claims Act. It's almost guaranteed you're going to require to have an attorney in such a thing, and no attorney is going to want to take a case for $7,000 or $8,000, even if we could prove those damages against the federal government, because it's going to cost them more than that to try the case. Art, take care. Have a great Saturday. I'm sorry I didn't give you better news. Folks, we'll be back in 2 minutes. Keep those questions coming. 215-227-2727.
Rhonda from Lancaster says,
Y'all,
Dean, you're looking very florally with that hoodie.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Florally.
I'll take it, Rhonda, and I'm going to give you the full.
Yeah.
Yes. Put a pin message on there.
YouTube people, if you want to,
You guys still got to talk to the mic. You still got to talk to the mic.
Sarah, stay next to Dean, please. Okay.
YouTube people, if you want to come to the live show,
It's for you.
you got to email me, dean@myphillylawyer.com.
Dean.
You want to see my bag I have today? I like, I've gotten criticism for these pearls, okay? I happen to think black and pearls, even for a man, is acceptable.
Absolutely.
Yeah? I mean, so many people have busted my pearls over these pearls, okay? But I happen to like them. This is my new Louis bag, and they have
Louis.
on the what do you call these things?
What?
These things?
Straps?
Straps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holders?
Yeah.
My straps have the LV logo. I like this bag. It's like calfskin. It's very soft. You can see it, but if you get tickets to their live show, you could actually smell it. You can, yeah.
Ooh.
It's you can smell the new Louis bag if you come 2 weeks from now, October the 25th. Send me an email to dean@myphillylawyer. Tell me how many tickets you need, and we'll get you hooked up. And I will promise you this: the show's going to sell out. There will be a time, if you wait, when there will be no tickets available. And lastly, if you ask for tickets, and we've got to keep the audience small because there's a limited amount of tickets. If you ask for the tickets and don't come, I'm suing you. Okay? So I'm just letting you know that right now, putting it right out there.
Who are you going to hire?
Kardos. We're going to sue you if you don't show up. But if you show up, I'm going to treat you like the queen or king that you are. All right, I'm back on live radio. Yeah, baby. I used to stand when I did the radio show. Do you remember that? I did.
Yeah,
I did not always sit down, and I just jumped out of my seat right now, and I'm going to stand for the rest of the show. And that's
all 5 minutes left of it, huh?
That's only for the YouTube audience. If you watch us on YouTube, and you would like tickets to the live show, or if you're just on the radio, and I don't mean that to be minimizing, if you are on the radio and not YouTube, email me to dean@myphillylawyer. On October 25th, we're having our live show, studio audience, and giving prizes away, and there's just general party atmosphere, bagels and breakfast, and all kinds of stuff happens at the live show that you don't normally get on the regular radio show. Manny Manuel will come in with a hat that will knock your socks off.
Hey.
Literally.
Yeah.
Folks want me to wear the hats, so we do what we do.
Yes.
The brim.
The brim, man.
He's wearing a court radio hat right now. Come around here. Let the YouTubers see
Coming
this.
to the light.
Yeah. Come over here. Look at this. Come on.
So this is the.
Come here.
Yeah, talking about it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Look at that. Court radio. You get that. All right, get out of here. You get that swag. You get that swag. You get that swag. If you come to the live radio show, we swag you up.
We do swag well. You do swag really well.
I know.
Yeah. You do.
And you'll get a nuggeting T-shirt and whatever else we can find.
With the correct spelling?
Yeah,
The
no.
Sophia edits?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Mark Kardos is in the studio. Mark is an attorney in Philadelphia who we've sent dental malpractice cases to. Dental malpractice cases have the same statute of limitations as any other civil case in Philadelphia, and Pennsylvania for that matter, and many jurisdictions around the country, and that is 2 years. 2 years from the date the malpractice was committed when you knew or should have known that the malpractice was committed. Usually that's when they messed up, okay? Sometimes you don't know it, like if they leave an instrument in your mouth and they didn't tell you and you didn't feel it for a long time, then all of a sudden the instrument starts ripping through your jawline, okay?
This is why folks don't go to the dentist.
Maybe you would have a delayed statute under the discovery rule, but 99% of the time, 2 years. And so, and it takes time to review a case. It takes time to order the records. It takes time to have experts reviewing your dental records. And so if you wait a year and 9 months, unless you have the most amazing case in the world, most attorneys are going to tell you, I'm not even touching that case because I won't have an opportunity to review it and get a certificate of merit before the statute runs out. And so what you're asking me to do is take a flyer with you. And I'm not taking flyers at my age. You got it? So you got to come in, like right away and then give me an opportunity. And I don't mean me personally because I'm not doing the dental malpractice case. Mark is. But you've got to give Mark the opportunity to have those records reviewed. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. And just one addition to that, the 2 years begins to run, as you said, at the time of the surgery. Some patients might think, well, I didn't find out about the malpractice till 9 months later. I was in pain for 9 months. The dentist kept telling me, oh, just be patient, it's going to heal. Finally, I went for a second opinion, and this new dentist said, oh, the problem is that the implant never fused. It's never going to get better. The 2 years does not start from then when you now realize that you have a malpractice case. Even if the dentist was misleading you and saying, don't worry, don't get a second opinion, the 2 years begins to run at the time of the surgery, not when you were misled. So that does not add to it, and the case will still be dismissed if you file after 2 years.
And let me jump on that and say one last thing before we have to leave you. And that is, if you go to the second dentist, and they love to do this, and the second dentist says, oh, my God, that first dentist was horrible. They did everything wrong. Why didn't you come to see me? You might think you have a malpractice case because you got a dentist who's going to, tear into that first guy. Bottom line is, when you turn around to that dentist and say, oh, will you come with me to court? And they go, oh, blah, 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 blah. They're not real. They're just soliciting your business. They're not serving as your expert. We got to go. Folks, we're all out of time. Mark, thank you for joining us on the studio today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next Saturday, same time, same place. We are still on YouTube Live, Mr. Kardos.
YouTube.
So do not start doing the strip tease yet, okay? Yeah, you're on.
Okay.
Just as long as you use the microphone, you don't use your headphones. And that camera that's looking at you right there, those are the folks that are looking at you. They see you, they know you, and they want you.
All right, couple questions and a comment. Mr. Keenan says, talking about Sarah, is Sarah wanted by the authorities?
No comment.
No comment.
Sarah paid a retainer, and that retainer fee gives her attorney-client privilege, and anything she's said to me must be kept even after her death and my death. Nobody could ever know. Sorry, Keenan. Next.
Next, we have Rhonda, who asks,
Rhonda.
who's the live entertainment?
Who's the live entertainment? Me, of course, Jeff Gross, and perhaps a client that we jointly represented on a workers' compensation claim and a third-party case that had a spectacular result.
I'll sing as well.
She also,
All right.
She also says, lovely bag, sing the song, Louie, Louie, Louie.
Louie, Louie, Louie.
Louie.
Oh,
yeah.
we got a dove.
Who sang,
yeah.
who sang that?
The Cavemen?
No.
No. Who was that? That was. I
You're
forgot.
close. You're close.
The
The
caveman.
Krogs. The something.
Now you're getting far off.
Oh, my.
Who was it?
The Kingsmen.
The Kingsmen. That's what it was.
The
It
Kingsmen.
was something like that.
Last but not least, Miss Princess says, Dean, I have a question. Are you building another office in Montgomery County anywhere?
Oh, you. What?
You have a new office, but
Yes. My Philly lawyer is opening our third office, our first in Montgomery County. We will be directly across the street from Buckman Ski Rental or Ski Shop. We're on 202 across from the mall. It was an older home that has been converted into office space. We have the entire place. As you're going down 202 towards Norristown, you're going to pass the Chili's on the corner, and then there's that 4-story building, which is some laser skin place. There's another building, and then ours. We are the 4th building from the corner of Gulf and DeKalb.
gotta go out there.
727 West
That's a good spot.
DeKalb Pike. And it was meant to be, because 727, my office number is 215-227-2727. These numbers vibrate with me in my celestial being. So when I saw 727 West DeKalb was available, I knew it had to be my Philly lawyer spot.
Jump on it.
Yeah, man.
Jump on it. Jump on it. But yeah, so we're going to be there starting December 1st.
When's the office party opening?
We're going to have a grand opening. We're all going to be there.
Okay.
We're going to broadcast live from there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's going to be
man.
wild time on DeKalb Pike.
Last but not least, Princess thanks Mark for coming onto the show. Great.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark.
There you go.
pleasure.
All right, folks, we're out of time. We'll see you next Saturday. And again, if you want to come to the live show, I'd love to see some of my YouTube followers. Just shoot me an email to dean@myphillylawyer. We're going to have a great time. You'll be comfortable. You're going to love it. And I'm going to see you there in 2 weeks. Peace out.
It's a wrap like that.